Hey guys, welcome back to the newest video. Today we're going to be repairing an iPhone 7 by replacing the battery and replacing the screen, so let's just go ahead and get into it. Now, as you already can see, I already took out the pentalobe screws and removed the battery. But you're going to need 3 different types of screwdrivers: Phillips, pentalobe, and tri-point. So I got a different phone here to demonstrate how. And first, on the bottom of the phone, there's 2 pentalobe screws. You're gonna remove those and then put them somewhere safe so you don't lose them. Open up the phone. Depending on the phone, you'll open it like a laptop or open it like a book. Remove the screws that hold the battery connector in place. Depending on the phone you have, the screws may be different. Just keep that in mind and keep the screws in a safe space. Set it aside, then very gently disconnect the battery with a spudger, making sure that the cable doesn't snap. Then unscrew the Taptic engine, set it aside, and then start working on the pull tabs with the tweezers. Be very careful to not puncture the battery with tweezers, as even a dormant battery can still explode. Remove the black covers for the rubber pull tabs and start pulling them with the tweezers. It may take a couple of attempts to do it, but eventually you'll get it. If that fails, slowly, very slowly pull up the battery to make sure that it doesn't bend. Then once you're able to reach the pull tabs again, start pulling on them. And once it's out, either keep it for parts or dispose of it immediately, especially if you damage the battery while removing it. Do not throw it in the trash. Only recycle. This is because these batteries can end up in landfills, and that's very bad for the environment, as well as it can start massive fires. Okay, now that you know how to remove the battery, let's move back to the iPhone 7 to unbox this battery and learn how to put a new one in. So now we got it open, so let's grab this battery and unbox it. My box has screwdrivers included, but if yours doesn't, you might have to buy some off of iFixit, but they can be relatively cheap. Of course, be careful when opening it so it doesn't bend or anything. Now that it's open, let's just place it back into the phone and reassemble it from there. And while I wouldn't say wearing gloves is 100% necessary, if you have really sweaty or oily hands, wearing gloves might help you install the battery easier. Then once it's in place, carefully align the pins and push it back in place again, and screw the battery shield back in. And it's important to remember where which screws go, as the screws are different sizes and some damage the phone and even prevent it from turning back on. And now we get into replacing the screen. For mine, I'm going to use a donor phone, but you can buy standalone screens for relatively cheap. And we're going to do all the same steps from earlier. Removing the 2 pentalobe screws, opening it up like a book this time, and going from there. Now, this is a phone that has never been opened before, so we're going to need a little bit of heat and some suction to open it up. You can use a heat gun, but I don't have one, so I'm going to use a hairdryer instead. They work the same, the hairdryer just takes more time. Now, you'll want to do this for a good minute. If nothing happens, just keep going. But don't overdo it because you can damage the screen and the internal, so move it around, don't just keep it in one spot. If it gets too hot, give it some time to cool down and try again. Then after that, what you're going to want to do is you're going to put the suction cup above the home button, pull up, and then wedge the guitar pick and spudger in between the gap. Then slowly and carefully break the seal without breaking any of the ribbon cables until you get it to open like a book. Now when you open it, don't open it all the way, as you can rip the ribbon cables while doing it. So only open it to where you reach the battery shield screws. Then put the screws somewhere safe once you unscrew them, making sure to remember which screws are which. It would be better if you had a screw mat from iFixit, but you can just write it down and remember it that way. It doesn't matter how you do it, it's just the fact that you know where the screws go. Then you remove the battery shield and set it to the side. And then you carefully unclip the bottom part of the screen with a spudger. Then you remove the shield for the front panel sensor. Of course, there's also ribbon cables there, so be careful unscrewing it. And once it's out, you can take out the screen. Now, since I'm using a screen from a donor phone, I don't have any other extra steps when it comes to the screen. But if you're buying a standalone screen, you have to take the LCD from the broken phone and put it onto the new screen, along with unscrewing and memorizing all of the screws on the side of the LCD that hold it in place. If you even lose a single screw, you have to buy a whole nother screen, which can range from insanely cheap to kind of pricey, depending on the phone you have and whether you want to keep OLED or switch to LCD. But I'm not going to do that. If you need that, go to iFixit. And for me, it's as simple as clipping the pins into place, putting the battery shields back in, screwing them in, applying the water seal, and closing the phone up and screwing the 2 pentalobe screws in. And essentially doing the same steps we already did, but backwards. And basically, there you have it. That's the entire guide to replacing the iPhone 7 battery and screen. Thank you guys for watching. I really hope you enjoyed this video, and I hope it at least helped you in some way or form. I apologize for not posting for the past 2 months, but now that summer's here, I hope to make as many videos as possible. And that's pretty much it. I really hope you enjoyed this video, and I'll see you in the next one. Peace.